Primordial black holes neatly explain where all the dark matter in the universe is hiding, if we could find them. Liftoff of the Fire and Ice mission was called off, just as the launch window closed. The Progress 88 freighter is scheduled to arrive at the space station on Saturday, June 1st at 7:47 a.m. ET. Forecasters are watching a cluster of sunspots that produce the Northern Lights display on May 10th for a possible repeat this week. Keep your eye on the sky this summer, and you might see multiple shooting stars from the annual Perseid meteor shower. A Chinese spacecraft successfully landed on the far side of the moon on Sunday, marking a major achievement for the country and a growing 21st century space race with the US. A small, seemingly unremarkable fern that only grows on a remote Pacific island was on Friday crowned the Guinness World Record holder for having the largest genome of any organism on Earth. New examinations of data from Venus show the planet is more volcanically active than previously thought. The latest research builds on past evidence suggesting ongoing volcanic activity in other areas of the planet. Akatsuki, JAXA's Venus probe, and the only spacecraft in orbit around the planet, suddenly fell out of contact in late April. The newest spaceplane program is called Dream Chasers, built by a company called Sierra Space and designed to make cargo runs to and from the International Space Station. The discovery of new species like this chimera tells us how little we know about the marine environment and how much is still to be explored. Stars die at different rates depending on how they kick the bucket. After its birth in the Big Bang, the universe consisted mainly of hydrogen and a few helium atoms. These are the lightest elements in the periodic table. More or less, all elements heavier than helium were produced in the 13. China's mysterious Shenlong spaceplane has released an unidentified object in orbit, the seventh such object released in the past 6 months. The US Space Force is monitoring the situation. UC Riverside scientists have discovered a highly effective, non-toxic, and less expensive way to lure hungry termites to their doom. An English homeowner watched a suspected meteorite burst through the sky in a green light near his property and found piece of it later. Astronomers from the Stanford University in California have performed joint X-ray and optical observations of a massive spider pulsar designated PSR J2215+5135. A new theory suggests that rockets blast up plumes of moon dust at way faster speeds than previously thought. A parachute failed to fully inflate on the latest Blue Origin New Shepard suborbital flight because a line controlling its expansion was not cut as planned. Evolution is often thought of as a haphazard process, acting on an assortment of traits that randomly appear through genetic variation. Smells fishy. Last month, China sent 4 small stowaways to its space station Tiangong along with its astronauts. Zebrafish. In the small fishing village where I grew up, we didn't have much. Watching a video about a scratch-built, ultra-precise switch for metrology last week reminded me that it's not always the projects that are the most elegant solutions that I enjoy reading about. The volunteers on an environmental cleanup in Kazakhstan uncovered rock art dating to the Bronze or Iron Ages, but archaeologists say they already knew about the site. Scientists have discovered that intermediate mass black holes may have formed in dense star clusters. Known as globular clusters, these bodies are filled with tens of thousands to millions of tightly packed stars. Pons Brooks only flies through our part of the solar system every 71 years, so seeing or studying it is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The James Webb Space Telescope peers into NGC 4449, a small galaxy showing explosive star formation that astronomers can't quite explain. NASA's Perseverance rover has a new Mars buddy after a rock got caught inside one of its wheels. The hitchhiker seems to be named for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. June's astronomical events include a beautiful crescent moon, noctilucent clouds, the summer solstice, the first full moon of summer, and a giant rocket launch. Scientists at the University of Texas at Austin published researching place an extinct cat on the Texas coast. Groundbreaking images taken by NASA's spacecraft Juno have revealed something incredible about Europa's crust. Potentially hazardous asteroids pose a risk to Mars missions, but they can also yield insight into the history of the red planet and the early solar system, new research suggests. Perhaps dark matter is made of an entirely different kind of particle than the ones physicists have been searching for. New experiments are springing up to look for these ultra-lightweight phantoms. Scientists have frustrated themselves in Prometheum research for years, but they've finally made a discovery that will change everything. One of Earth's most consequential bursts of biodiversity, a 30-million-year period of explosive evolutionary changes spawning innumerable new species, may have the most modest of creatures to thank for the vital stage in life's history: worms. Living in a semi-arid region, the African turquoise killifish has developed a handy biological hack to survive months-long droughts that parch its muddy ponds each year. Our study has revealed the complex interplay between solar wind and planetary rotation, providing a deeper understanding of auroras across different planets. NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter has discovered another intriguing formation on the planet's barren surface in the form of a circular pit.